Hi guys, how's it going? I'm just doing a video to show you that I've changed my background, and I'm just going to quickly go through how I did that. So if you've watched my previous videos, I've gone through a few different backgrounds in the past. The last one I had on there was a light blue, but I didn't actually go ahead and sort of adhere it to the glass, so it didn't actually show through as much as it should. Like if you've ever played around with backgrounds, you know that you have to actually make sure that that your background is actually stuck to the back of your tank, otherwise it won't show through the same color as the one you're trying to put on, basically. So if you look at my last background and compare it to a few videos before that, you'll see that the ones before that were definitely sort of stuck on, and you could see the color come through nicely, whereas the last few ones I just had it taped on so it didn't actually stick directly onto the glass. But anyway, apart from that, as you can see, I've gone with a white background this time. It does look a little bit crazy with the orange gravel, but hopefully when I get some new gravel I'll sort of make it look nicer and cleaner, and obviously put some more plants in so it'll look, you know, more sort of full. So I'll just quickly show you what I've been using. I have to sort of move back and open the blinds just because I didn't want to show the reflections. Okay, so what I've been using before is this 3M, give me a sec, here we go, some 3M 180 cast control text vinyl, what do you call it? So these are some samples that I actually got from 3M. 3M is a company, they do vinyls for things like cars and businesses and all that kind of stuff, where you can like put it on windows, or you can actually wrap cars with it and stuff like that. But I got some samples from them a while back, and I didn't really have any use for them up until now. So I've got a few different colors. I've got a dark green, I think, as well. I've got the blue and the white. So I decided to go with the white. I just sort of labeled these. I'll show you. I don't know if there's really much to show you on these tubes because they're just sample tubes. But this is the blue one that I was using earlier, and I've just taken that off. I might actually leave it just to reuse it a bit later in case I get sick of the white. So as you can see, it's a glossy sort of finish, and on the back you've just got, it's pretty much like the sort of stuff you used to cover your books with when you were in primary school, if you ever did that. All the colourful little cartoony things. So there you've got the 3M control tag graphic marking system, so it just sort of tells you where you can cut it. Things like that. I've never actually used that, but that's actually pretty handy. So that's the blue that I was using earlier, and this is the white that I've got on there now. It's a little bit difficult trying to get all the air bubbles out. What you see now is probably the best as I can get it at this point. Basically because the way I adhere it, you have to adhere it from the front. So this is the front of the vinyl. And the way I did it was sprayed it with this canola oil spray. You can use any kind of oil, I guess. I don't think it really matters that much, as long as you've got some sort of oil. But I guess the spray is kind of easier to sort of spread around. So you just spray it evenly across the back. Then the tricky part, you put it onto the back. Sorry, I can't speak today. You put it onto the back of your tank, and then secure the edges with some tape, preferably some sort of heavy-duty tape. I used some really thin sticky tape at first, and it just didn't stick at all. So if you use something, probably something wide and thick as well, that would be very helpful. And basically, you just have to work out all the air bubbles. I just did it with a credit card. Just work your way out from the center. If I go in a little bit closer, you'll see that it doesn't actually look that great. I think I've actually turned up the brightness on my camera, so you can't really see all the imperfections, but it does not look as perfect as it does on camera. So you can see the edges there, sort of, if you can look closely, just right along the edge on that back side, that it's not really down properly, and down there on the bottom past the filter. So that's what it's looking like at the moment. Not too much I can tell you guys. Hopefully I'll be able to, you know, plant this tank a bit better soon. Hopefully I'll get some CO2 going, and yeah. So if you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching, guys.